Hi children, Pastor Asher here. I know you're used to seeing Cherny at the start of the video, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm here to introduce to you our special guests and our topic for this week's video. By now, I'm sure you've heard that there are thousands of people in Singapore who have contracted the COVID-19 virus. Some of them are Singaporeans and local residents, but actually a vast majority of the infected are migrant workers. Well, you might be wondering, hang on a minute, Pastor Asher, what is a migrant worker? Who are the migrant workers? Let me explain. A migrant worker is one who has left his or her home country to come all the way to Singapore for work. Many of them are here alone. They have left their families behind in their home country and travelled all the way here so that they can earn a living. We may not recognize them on the streets, but they are the ones who, help to keep our neighborhoods clean. They ensure our roads and buildings are built properly. Maybe some of them work alongside your moms and dads, and even some of them help to take care of you at home. Now, unfortunately, many of these migrant workers, especially those who work in construction and other industries, have caught the COVID-19 virus. Can you imagine how it must be to go to a foreign land all by yourself with no family around and then you fall sick? That is not fun at all, and it's certainly quite scary. I think you and I wouldn't want to be in that position, and I'm sure we don't want these migrant workers to feel like that as well. So today we're going to meet one uncle who will share with us what he, his colleagues and his friends have been doing in this circuit breaker to help serve these migrant workers. Let's meet Uncle Shawn.
Hello everybody, hello children, and greetings on day number 39 of the circuit breaker. Have you been counting down the days? Counting down the days where you can go back to school? Counting down to the days where you can go out and be with your friend again? And I hope all of you are keeping well at home and enjoying your time at home doing some very interesting things with your daddy and mommy and with your family. My name is Shawn and I work for Touch International. Now you might ask, what does Touch International do? Simply, when there's a disaster or crisis anywhere in the world and people need help, Touch International will be there to help and to provide assistance to these people. And as you know, Singapore and the world is going through a very difficult time right now. And you know what's happening? Yes, COVID-19. No country is spared. Everybody is going through the same problems right now. Many people are falling sick in Singapore, especially the migrant workers. We are all stuck at home. We cannot do the things we normally love to do. And all of those things that we do in our everyday lives are affected. So what have you been doing at home? Well, for me, I have been busy helping the migrant workers in Singapore. Who are these migrant workers?
Children, can you name some of the countries where many of these migrant workers are from? Let's play a little game to see if you know.
They are guests of Singapore who have travelled afar from their home countries of Bangladesh, India, China, Thailand, Myanmar, and the Philippines to help build Singapore. Like us, these migrant workers must stay in their rooms, stay in their dormitories, and cannot come out. They cannot go to work, they cannot meet their friends, they cannot go shopping or go to the playground. Like us, they are worried about losing their jobs, worried about their families back home, worried that they will catch the COVID-19 virus, and worried about having enough food to eat. But unlike us, they do not have their mommy and daddy with them. They do not have their children and families with them during this time. So they are lonely and they are afraid. They miss their family. So to encourage our migrant friends and to keep them happy, we have been sending delicious food, snacks and fruits to them. We have also sent board games to help them occupy their time. We have also packed masks, hand sanitizers, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, and even vitamin C to help keep them healthy. Hey children, would you like to do something for our migrant friends? All of you could write a postcard to them to encourage them and to bring a smile to their faces, to show them that we are praying for them and that we care for them. Parents, you could also read this book, Who's Behind That Wall, together with your children, and help them to understand who are these migrant workers in Singapore and what are the issues that they face here. That's all for me for now. Everyone stay home, stay safe, and stay happy. God bless you.
Children, it's so wonderful to see and to hear of many Singaporeans who are choosing to go out of their way to love and serve the migrant workers. You know, it would have been easy for us to ignore their problems. After all, they don't stay next to us, they're not in the same house as us, or they're not even our family. Why should we even care? But as children of God, we are taught that that's not our response. That's not how our response should be. We have been given a mission by God to love the outsiders who live with us in Singapore. Have a look at what God tells us, in the Word of God, in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 33 to 34. This is what it says. Suppose an outsider lives with you in your land, then do not treat them badly. Treat them as if they were one of your own people. Love them as you love yourself. Remember that all of you were outsiders in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Now, some of you children may be reading that verse and then you look back at me and say, hey, Pastor Asher, I never treat the migrant workers badly, what? I never go and punch them, I never go and, poke them and kick them, I never steal their money. Well, we have not gone to the extent of treating the migrant workers in that way, but maybe when you met a migrant worker, you made some unpleasant comments to your friends or even to your own family based on what you saw or what you heard. Or maybe at home you disrespected your helper. These are just some of the small ways that we don't really treat them, that show that we don't really treat them as one of our own people. But I'm so glad that here in Singapore, and even in GKidz in FCBC, there are children who have learned to love these migrant workers. Let me share with you a story of a 3-year-old boy who realized that there was a construction site near his house, and he realized that the workers who were working at the construction site were very interesting people and he wanted to befriend them. He learned to respect their work and he really looked up to them. That is so amazing. Let's check out another story of some children in GKidz who have followed their parents to serve the migrant workers. They help to host these migrant workers for a very special meal and to appreciate them. And some of these children even went to make sure that these migrant workers had the necessities they need in this time. What an amazing way to serve and to love the migrant workers, and we're so proud of all the children who did that. These children are not superhero children, they don't have special powers, they're just like you. And I believe that even though you and I may not be able to perform miracles for these migrant workers, but we can start by choosing to love and to serve them. So when this circuit breaker ends, and we are all able to go out of our homes again, right? Let's find ways to love and to serve these migrant workers. I'm going to learn, and I believe you can do it too.